So what's up, you all you plant people? We're back in the plant activity place. We haven't filmed in a while. We've been busy with plants.
We've been having too much fun. Downhill skiing, etc.
Yeah.
But now spring is here, and you can expect more videos.
And this is just going to be a longer video. It's just going to be a time lapse of us watering, and we'll have a few messages in there, so stay to the end. This isn't all.
Well,
We promised you tips.
yep, we got tips. You got a tip?
Don't flush out your soil.
What? Oh, you mean pour fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Jack is getting much better at that. He used to go.
And before we got a watering can, we used gallon jugs.
Yeah, that's not a good way to go about watering your plants. So don't high pressure wash them. Hey, we're not trying to pressure wash the plants, water them. But we do give them more water than they need. And what I mean by that is we pour water until it dip, drip, drip out the bottom.
And that's even okay with succulents.
Yep.
Because they're already dry.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep the minerals from building up in the soil. So that's a huge one for us, is make sure you water them thoroughly so that it drains through. That way you make sure you get a good soak.
Yeah.
And of course,
don't over fertilize. Don't over
don't
water.
over fertilize. We've been really good. We very mild fertilizer almost every time we water. And I was telling Jack the other day, we have never killed a plant from over fertilizing.
Yeah.
So that's good. We do a good
And we
job.
got a good record this winter. Not a single plant died this winter.
Yeah, and moisture meter. Don't forget about a moisture meter. We can't say
they're
enough.
cheap. They've probably saved us money.
Yeah, it saves you time, because if you stab your plant and you see it doesn't need to get watered, you don't have to waste time watering plants that maybe don't need it. And if you have a bigger pot, they're really important too, because
You can't get your pinky down.
yeah, sometimes with the really big pots, it might feel dry on the surface, but then if you stab it with
and
the
then
moisture
you
meter,
water
it's
it,
like
and
8,
the plant gets
10.
overwatered and it dies.
Yep. So, any more tips? Those are 3 pretty common ones that we always think about when we're watering.
Use separate bottles if you use water jugs for fertilizing, because some plants are very sensitive, like Venus flytraps, for example. They just can't have fertilizer. They're gonna die, and if you fertilize them. So, for an example, mark your jugs if you use jugs, F or fertilizer or something like that, just to make sure you don't use the same jugs.
Yep. So we do like this. We fill these up, leave them out on the counter overnight, and that way, if there's any chlorine in there,
And
that'll off gas.
this is another example of how we marked them. We put F on the bottles, so they're different, and well, you can tell fertilizer,
And we have a bunch of these down here, and they're really nice and handy, so we've got plenty of water to water with. But also, we live in Alaska, and there are disasters, earthquakes, tsunamis, volcanoes. We got all that stuff. So if it ever came down to it, we've got all this extra water here if we need it in an emergency.
Chug it.
Yeah, we can cook with it, clean with it,
Chug it.
chug with it. But if it really came down to it, our lives would take priority over plants. Sorry, plants. Don't be mad.
Yeah, we're older than all of you.
Yeah. Okay, so those are some tips for watering. Real basic, but real important. And if you follow those tips,
You're probably not there. Your plants are going to die from watering.
yep. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to
like, subscribe, watch for more videos, and turn on the notification bell.
And that's right, if you want to comment on my t-shirts, that's okay too. We had some people who weren't real thrilled with the Bad Religion t-shirt, but you know what we did? Their comments went away real quick.
Yeah, and also, if you comment something bad, we're gonna block you, just so you know.
Yeah, but thanks anyway. Take care, everybody.